There's so many voices in the world telling us who we are, what we should do, and how we will be fulfilled. They tell us to focus on our desires, on our cravings, on being the best individual we can be. The world, we are told, revolves around each of us. For many, these pursuits of self-fulfillment can leave us feeling drained, empty, and alone. They can lead us away from our divine calling, away from the Creator in whose image we were made. But if we listen closely, there's a spirit calling us to come back to ourselves, back to our purpose, back to something more meaningful. When we look to the example of Jesus, we see the way that he followed. This is the way of love. One aspect of this way, and making it a practice in our own lives, is remembering to simply turn toward the voice that calls us. Intentionally choosing our direction, choosing to turn and face the light, is the fundamental shift that puts the way of love into action. As Jesus tells us in the book of John, "Whoever serves me must follow me, and where I am, there will my servant be also." Turning doesn't have to change who you are. You are loved as you were created. But it can change where you're going. It can shift you from selfishness to loving the other. It can lead you from hoarding to generosity. It can move you from sin and distance from God into closer alignment with the one who made and loves you so much. Obeying this call means recognizing the things we put first in our lives, the things we allow to have the most space in our minds, our hopes and fears and desires, and turning instead toward love. It can be as freeing as the early followers putting down their fishing nets. It can be as missional as Jesus asking us to pick up our cross and follow him. It can be as simple as paying attention to which direction our feet are facing on the journey. Turning is not just a one-time event, but an ongoing discipline, redirecting our steps as often as we think to, always turning toward God. And turning toward the God who is light can also illuminate how many there are on the journey with you, emerging from the shadows to walk on the same path. The way of love can lead you to discover a community of fellow travelers with whom you share the journey. The way of love shows us who we are. It lights the path to where we should go, and it gives purpose to our desires for fulfillment. It shows us we are not alone, that like us, there are many who are choosing to turn toward the way of love. Are you ready to commit to turning and following Jesus?